Cinderscapes is a beautiful yet scary biomes mod. Cinderscapes enhances the default Minecraft experience by adding 4 new rich and detailed nether biomes that follow the same style as those already in the vanilla game. Since only new types of wood, leaves, plants and grass are added to us, but not a real reason to explore them, rather than getting the new tree to decorate some area of the house, exactly the same as the Nether update, where we only have new biomes but not a reason to go exploring, other than to get the red and blue tree. The new biomes of the mod are great. Seeing colorful biomes is always a pleasure for the eyes, and having the possibility to use new decorations, there will be a new range of possible constructions. Regions Unexplored is a mod that adds new biomes to the overworld, either using vanilla stuff or adding new woods and leaves to the game. I think it's in a good balance between the Terralith and the biomes will plenty, with just enough for those who are looking for new biomes, as well as those of us who are looking for not having many types of new woods. If you're wondering what this has to do with dimensions, well, it also adds another update with a few new biomes. These new biomes are very colorful and eye-catching. The Nether looks unrecognizable. For some it might be too exaggerated, but for me I think it looks so good that this will probably become my go-to biome mod for any mod pack from now on, mainly because few biome mods add also for the Nether. Being this one of them and of such good quality, is undoubtedly worth trying. Flashy biomes are most of these. But what if I told you how well there is a biome of the Warden in the Nether? How do you stay? Not even in hell did we escape the infection of the ancient cities. The Warden can spawn in the Nether as well, so this biome is sure to be one to avoid entering so as not to run into a fight that is hard to win. The following is obviously an improvement to the end, which starts from the way the portal is activated. The way in which we find the island of the dragon, in which a battle seems to have taken place, which ended with the defeated dragon, because the only thing we will find is a chest in the center, with what is necessary to invoke it, generating thus the typical zone of fight to which we are accustomed. Something relevant is that now, under the boss's life bar, we will have a counter that shows us the amount of crystals that are activated, so it will be easier to know when to start hitting him. As for the fight, I didn't notice much difference, perhaps in the amount of life and the damage it has, but the fight itself is not very different from what we are used to. Once the boss is defeated, he will release a sword and shield with new abilities, such as poisoning the enemies hit with trails of light that continue to damage him. In addition, the portal to the End Islands will have an aesthetic change, but its normal operation. The End dimension will look new, unique, and quite lively, following a different lore built around the idea that the Illagers discover the End long before the player, and thus the dragon was no longer to be found. We will have new biomes and ender crystal towers everywhere, hinting that dragons once inhabited the entire dimension. Biomes don't add new blocks, as this is a modded data pack, so don't expect to find any new creatures either. However, I believe that with blocks you can create biomes good enough to compete against mods. The End cities have also received a new design, resembling an Asian style because of the shape of the roofs, and the ships now look more like zeppelins. But not only that, new structures such as villas are also added to us that we can explore if you venture into this redesign of the dimension. If the previous one did not change the fight against the final boss, I add this one that not only changes the design of the dragon to a 3-headed dragon, but also adds completely new attack patterns, which makes this fight much more complicated. The dragon will now attack the player more frequently than before. It will also shoot dragon fireballs more frequently. The dragon will lunge at the player and snatch them using one of its additional mouths. The dragon will then carry the player over the final podium and drop them, not only dealing fall damage, but the bite itself will also deal damage. The dragon will launch towards the player and drill the blocks, causing explosions and throwing blocks into the air. This is probably the most striking attack, however, it can be easy to dodge if you are vigilant at all times. The dragon will fly over the player and drop eggs that will spawn dragons, ender babies that are hostile towards the player. Rather than being dangerous, they are annoying, and due to the amount that they spawn at the same time, they may require time to eliminate them. The dragon will not only attack with purple fireballs, but will also shoot bursts of fire from one of its mouths, which can be dangerous if not dodged. With all this, the fight against the dragon will no longer be as easy as we remember. It will represent a challenge. Arriving equipped with iron will no longer be an easy option to defeat it. This mod is only suitable for those who like difficulty. Sharing the same position we have. With BetterNether, your adventures in the fiery dimension will be even more exciting. The mod adds new biomes, plants, and materials to the Nether. Among them are challenging new monsters like the Naga, or dark dungeons where Nether creatures have taken over. Your new tools will bring unique improvements that will help you survive. There are many new and exclusive builder blocks along with variants of the old familiar blocks. During the development of this mod, special attention was paid to compatibility with other Nether mods and data packs. This mod adds new biomes and modifies the existing ones. Each biome has its own atmosphere, resources, and mobs. The sky will have a custom perspective with purple nebulae and stars. All biomes have custom music, sounds, and effects to make them lively and interesting to explore. BetterEnd has a custom end generator and custom structures for Central Island. With the new generator, the islands will have different shapes, terrains, and different heights. Inside the islands you can find caves with unique resources. A new crafting system using vacuum magic and thus achieving a new tier of equipment superior to netherite. Or find portals which are waiting to be activated to move us back to the overworld, having more connection points between both dimensions. Without a doubt, these are the best mods in terms of dimensional improvements, and having them in the same position is completely necessary due to the level of quality of both.